Courtney, any clue who this might be for? Come on up with me.
Who else is coming?
How are you this morning, Daisy recipient? Isn't it great to see everybody here? This is very cool. All right, everyone, it's Daisy time, and so the secret is out. It's Courtney, and we're going to tell you a little bit about why in just a minute, but I want to tell you a little bit about the Daisy Award, just in case you haven't heard about it. The Daisy Award is an award that was started by the family of Patrick Barnes, and Patrick was a 33-year-old gentleman who spent 6 weeks in the hospital at the end of his life, passing away from complications of ITP. And Patrick was a husband and a new father and had lots of family with him the whole time that he was in the hospital. And they were very expectant of the nurses to be technically skilled, competent in what they did. What touched their heart was their compassion. And after Patrick passed away, the family says they got together one night over liquid dinner and to decide how they could recognize nurses for their compassion. And Patrick and the family were in Seattle. They really thought that it would just be an award for nurses in Seattle. It is now throughout the United States and internationally. And here at Mercy, we only give one Daisy Award away a month for a very compassionate nurse. And this month, it's yours, Courtney. So Nancy's going to tell you why.
All right. Courtney received a phone call from a valet employee who happened to be her dad. He was approached by an Amish gentleman at the front lobby entrance who had been pacing and had a look of concern. Through conversation, discovered that his wife just had a baby, and he was trying to figure out how he was going to get his newborn home. He had a friend that would pick him up, but he didn't have a car seat. He asked Greg if he knew of anyone who had a car seat that he could borrow. Greg called Courtney and asked if she still had an infant car seat. When her dad explained the situation, she discovered this was the same family that she took care of. She told her dad to tell him when he came back down that she had a car seat and would bring it in that night or in the morning. Courtney cleaned the car seat and took it into the birth center that evening and also offered him a ride home if they needed it. They were so happy that Courtney went above and beyond. They tried to offer her money, but Courtney refused. Not only did Courtney give them the car seat to go home, she even gave them the ride home. She was so happy that she was able to do that. She has a big heart. We talked about how God had a hand in this situation. Her father was the one he approached, and Courtney was the nurse caring for them. We truly believe God works in mysterious ways.
You're very good nurse. Well, very cool. And Daisy comes with gifts, one of them being Kleenex. There you go. Hardly dry in the place typically. Another great gift, is this, I'll hold that way, portfolio, and signed by a member of the Barnes family, which I think is very cool for you, Courtney. It has your name there. And then there's a little Daisy pin that you should wear proudly because you're in a special group now. There's this banner right here that's going to have your name on it for a month. Whoops.
That's all right.
You get the Daisy bag. Oh, and let me, before I show you this, there's also cinnamon rolls. And the story with the cinnamon rolls is when Patrick could still eat, his dad, everybody excited about the cinnamon rolls? Yeah, good. And when Patrick could still eat, his dad brought him one of those big gooey Cinnabon rolls and for himself, and Patrick proceeded to say, Dad, let me have a bite of that, and ate the whole thing, and ate the whole thing, and then said to his dad, please bring them every day for me and the nurses. So the Barnes family, we have cinnamon rolls from Hy-Vee because we don't have Cinnabons, but the Barnes family wants nurses to have a connection with cinnamon because one thing that they found that the nurses always said, that we all say, everyone, is that when praised for their work and the compassion, nurses say all the time, that's just my job. That's just what I do. And so the Barnes family said, when you think of cinnamon and when you smell cinnamon, particularly this time of year, think about how cherished you are and how the work that you do is very uncommon and very special to patients and families. So cinnamon rolls, and then the neatest gift of all, I think. This is a statue called the Healer's Touch. And this is handmade by artists in Zimbabwe, and your artist has signed it right there. And this is a partnership that Daisy has with these artists in Zimbabwe, and healers are very important to their culture, and they feel very honored to make these for Daisy. But it also, that partnership helps to feed 14 families in this very impoverished nation. So that's for you as well. So,
Thank you.
So proud of you, Courtney.
Thank you.
So what a great story. Anything you'd like to say to the group?
No. I'm embarrassed.
Most nurses are very humbled by all of this attention. So we'll get some pictures and then we'll have cinnamon rolls. How's that sound, everybody? Good?